Ruby Skye was really difficult for a couple different reasons. One, it's people yelling in a club. And the music's not loud when they're performing, obviously. We put that in later. So it's kind of like you're at a club. It's almost like you're at a club cutting this stuff.
Yeah, that scene was the most difficult scene in the film to mix, and we mixed it over and over again. And again, our natural tendency when we were mixing was to say, music down, dialogue up. And Fincher would come in the room and he would just say, no, 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 I don't want to hear him. It was just frightening because then you think, well, are you going to subtitle it? I mean, how are we going to do this, you know?
The other thing technically that was difficult about Ruby Skye, besides just having the sound, or not having the sound, or dealing with really loud dance music while we're cutting it, is the lights are always changing. And one of the things that we do a lot in this movie, and we have since Zodiac, and one of the beautiful advantages of shooting digital, is we actually do a lot of split screens. Say you have a two-shot, you have someone here and someone here, you could actually do a split screen and change this performance. Or more often what we do is we actually pull this performance up in terms of time. So this person's reacting to this person faster. Ruby Skye, we couldn't do that because the lights are always changing.
David was adamant, wanting us to feel like we were really there, so that we felt like we were Jesse, you know. And so, for example, at the very beginning, after there's that wonderful shot that we pan across the dance floor and we fly through the, you know, the railing and we see them, and they're having this conversation, and right there, that dialogue is impossible to hear. And every time we try to make it clear, he's like, no, no, bury it. I want you to not hear it.
I was crashing there for a little bit while taking care of some things, but she's done for the summer, so she's back at her parents' place.
So that when Justin asks Jesse a question, he's over there looking at some girl's butt, you know. And so that scene was very challenging. Technically what we did was we took the music and we divided the music up. It was an MP3 that we got off of iTunes, believe it or not. And we researched what music they played back in 2003 at Ruby Skye. And this particular track was on their playlist. So we thought, okay, we have to find an authentic piece of music that is appropriate for the scene. And then we took the music and divided it into sort of geological strata. So we started from the bass, and we created these very throbbing bass tracks, and then mid-ranges, and then we took all the music and ran it through an amplifier and distorted it and re-recorded that, and so on and so forth with a low-range distortion, a mid-range distortion, high range, and spread all this noise out of all the speakers in the theater. And then we slowly mixed each little element in between every single line of dialogue very carefully, so that as Justin's delivering his lines, you're just on the brink of going, oh my God, I don't know if I heard everything, which is exactly what David wanted.
The script was truly the blueprint for this movie, and I think we probably lifted more out of the Ruby Skye scene than we did any other scene. And it wasn't much. I think it was 3 or 4 lines, maybe even 2 or 3.
So hopefully the audience is left with, God, that was irritating. I want to get out of there, which is the point.